Did you know there are 7 plants that can form a living shield around your broccoli, protecting it from caterpillars, aphids, and the invisible pests that destroy your harvest before it even forms? Imagine walking out to your garden and finding your broccoli heads riddled with holes, covered in tiny green worms, or stunted by soil-dwelling pests you can't even see. Now imagine that same broccoli, lush, tight, and untouched, simply because of what you planted beside it. Sounds a bit remarkable, right? But here's the real kicker. Ancient gardeners understood these plant partnerships centuries ago, and modern science is now revealing exactly how they work. Today, we're revealing the 7 plants that guard broccoli naturally, and plant number 5 is the one most gardeners overlook, even though it's probably already growing in your yard. Let's start with the most powerful protector of all, a golden-flowered guardian that works both above and below the soil. Marigolds release alpha-terthienol through their roots, a natural compound that's toxic to soil nematodes, those microscopic worms that feed on broccoli's root system and open the door to disease. Above ground, marigolds repel whiteflies and aphids with their strong scent. Below ground, they clear out nematodes for up to 3 months after they're planted. It's a 2-layer defense system, one plant, protecting your broccoli from the soil up. Plant marigolds in a ring around your broccoli, about 8 inches away. Think of it as creating a golden circle of protection, an energetic boundary that pests simply won't cross. For the strongest effect, interplant French marigolds like Bonanza or Disco. They produce the highest concentration of those protective compounds. In many traditions, marigolds symbolize the sun's protective energy, a golden shield against darkness. When you plant them around broccoli, you're not just defending a crop, you're creating a sanctuary. Dill produces volatile organic compounds, aromatic oils that act as an airborne distress signal for beneficial insects. Specifically, it attracts parasitic wasps and ladybugs. Cabbage worms, those velvety green caterpillars that chew holes through broccoli leaves, are the #1 enemy. Parasitic wasps lay their eggs directly on cabbage worm larvae. The wasp larvae consume the caterpillar from the inside. It sounds intense, but this is nature's own pest control, perfected over millions of years, and dill is the beacon that calls these tiny guardians to your garden. Let dill flower, don't harvest it all. Those umbel-shaped yellow flower clusters are landing pads for beneficial insects. Plant dill on the eastern side of your broccoli, where morning sun warms the flowers first and activates those aromatic oils at dawn. Dill teaches us that protection doesn't always come from strength. Sometimes it comes from alliance, from calling in the right allies at the right time. Rosemary's essential oils, primarily camphor and 1,8 cineole, create an aromatic cloud that confuses pests' ability to locate their host plants through smell. Cabbage moths and whiteflies find broccoli by following its chemical scent trail through the air. Rosemary's powerful fragrance masks that trail, essentially making your broccoli invisible to flying pests. They simply fly past, unable to find their target. Plant rosemary at the corner of your broccoli patch. It acts as a sentinel. Its woody, upright growth creates both a physical and aromatic boundary. And here's something ancient gardeners understood. Rosemary was considered a plant of memory and protection. Whether you believe in its spiritual properties or simply appreciate its pest-repelling power, it's a must-have for any brassica bed. Rosemary has symbolized remembrance and protection since ancient times. Planted beside broccoli, it remembers to guard, even when you're not watching. Nasturtiums produce glucosinolates, the same sulfur-containing compounds found in broccoli and other brassicas. This makes them irresistible to the very pests that attack broccoli. Nasturtiums act as a trap crop. They're so attractive to aphids and cabbage white butterflies that these pests prefer nasturtiums over your broccoli. The pests gather on the nasturtium leaves, leaving your broccoli heads untouched. You can then remove and dispose of the affected nasturtium leaves, taking the pests with them. Plant nasturtiums on the outer edge of your broccoli bed, on the side where pests typically arrive. Think of them as willing guardians, absorbing the hit so your broccoli doesn't have to. Their bright orange and red blooms also attract pollinators, adding beauty and function to your protective circle. In the language of flowers, nasturtium represents victory through sacrifice. They give of themselves so the harvest can thrive, a quiet kind of heroism that resonates through the whole garden. Now, here's the one I promised, the plant most gardeners overlook, even though it might already be growing in your yard. Chamomile releases antifungal and antibacterial compounds through its roots and fallen leaves, including chamazoline and bisabolol. These compounds suppress soil-borne fungi like clubroot, which causes those swollen, deformed roots that stunt broccoli growth. Clubroot is one of the most devastating broccoli diseases. It can persist in soil for up to 20 years. Chamomile helps suppress it naturally, while also attracting hoverflies whose larvae devour aphids. It's a dual-action healer, purifying the soil and summoning allies above ground. Scatter chamomile liberally throughout your broccoli bed. It doesn't need precise placement. Let it self-seed and naturalize. In traditional herbalism, chamomile was called the plant's physician because it seemed to heal the plants around it. Whether you see that as spiritual energy or biochemical synergy, the results speak for themselves. Chamomile has been called the plant's physician for centuries, a quiet healer that strengthens everything it grows beside. Plant it freely, and watch your whole garden breathe easier. Thyme releases thymol, a potent antifungal and antimicrobial compound, through its creeping stems and fallen leaves. Thymol is so effective it's used in commercial organic fungicides. Thyme creates a living mulch beneath broccoli plants, suppressing the soil-borne fungi that cause damping-off disease and root rot. It also deters cabbage root fly, a pest that lays eggs at the base of broccoli stems, whose larvae then tunnel into the roots. Thyme's aromatic ground cover disrupts the fly's ability to locate the stem base. Plant creeping thyme between broccoli plants, allowing it to spread and form a fragrant carpet. This ground-level defense complements the above-ground protection of rosemary and dill, creating a complete 360-degree shield. Water thyme sparingly. It thrives in the same well-drained conditions broccoli prefers. Thyme has symbolized courage and strength since the Greek warriors who bathed in thyme-infused water before battle. At ground level, it defends where most gardeners forget to look. Sage contains thujone and camphor, volatile compounds that are highly effective at repelling cabbage moths, the adult form of the cabbage worm caterpillar. Cabbage moths are the source of the entire cabbage worm problem. They lay eggs on broccoli leaves, which hatch into those devastating green caterpillars. Sage's strong scent disrupts the moth's egg-laying behavior, reducing caterpillar populations before they even begin. It's prevention at the source. Plant sage on the western side of your broccoli bed where prevailing winds carry its protective scent across the leaves. In spiritual traditions, sage has been used for purification and cleansing for thousands of years, whether through smudging ceremonies or garden planting. Burning sage releases negative ions, which some studies suggest can improve mood and create a sense of calm. And, honestly, does it matter why it works if the result is a pest-free harvest? Sage cleanses the air, the soil, the spirit. Planted beside broccoli, it purifies the growing space, creating a boundary that pests and disease hesitate to cross. Now here's where the real magic happens, because these 7 plants are powerful on their own, but together, they create something extraordinary. Plant marigolds in a ring for soil and above-ground protection. Place dill and nasturtiums on the pest approach side. Dill to summon predators, nasturtiums to absorb the first wave. Add rosemary and sage at opposite corners, creating an aromatic perimeter that confuses and repels flying pests. Scatter chamomile throughout to purify the soil and attract hoverflies. Carpet the ground with creeping thyme to defend the roots and stem base. This isn't just companion planting. It's a complete defensive ecosystem, a living fortress that works while you sleep. Ancient gardeners understood this intuitively. Modern science confirms it precisely. And honestly, does it matter which lens you look through when the broccoli on your plate is whole and healthy? There's a lot to remember here: which plant goes where, what it protects against, and how to combine them. So I've created a free companion planting cheat sheet for your broccoli garden, with each plant's superpower, the science behind it, and the sacred combination layout, all on one page. Download it from the link in the description below. Print it, take it to your garden, and plant your shield with confidence. Which of these 7 plants is already growing in your garden? I love hearing from you, so feel free to leave a comment below. Tell me your favorite natural protector. For more ways to create a greener, more naturally protected garden, check out these related videos. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Stay positive and keep blooming.